I hope you guys are having a wonderful time today and enjoying our beautiful spring equinox. Today is the first day of spring, and I love, 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 love that for us all. So I'm here live. I haven't done a moon message with Michelle for a hot minute, and I'm so excited to be back. So I'm live on Facebook and on where am I at? YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you are joining me, I would love for you to say hi. We're going to be talking all about the moon and we're going to be talking all about the moon and the spring equinox today. And I'm going to be pulling cards for people that are live. So if you are joining me live and you want a card, please let me know. I would love to pull one for you. I'm actually going to be pulling two cards. We're going to be pulling one that kind of has to do with the moon and one that has to do with the equinox. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I am live on here. Wondering, so we'll be pulling one that kind of has to do with the moon and one that has to do with. All right. So I had no idea. Let's see. Again, I'm just making sure. So how is everybody doing today? How is everyone doing? All right. I'm using a new platform today, so I'm not sure how this works, but if you guys can leave me a comment, just say hi. If you want a card, please let me know. Because I'm not sure how the chat's going to work. So I need somebody to do a chat if you can, and say hi so I make sure that I can see it, because if I can't see the chat, I don't know how I'm going to do the card pulls. Anyway, all right, guys. So welcome. And I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. So, all right, let's get started. Welcome to Moon Messages with Michelle. I'm so excited to be here. Like I said, it's been a hot minute and I've missed you guys. I really have. It's been, hi, Teresa. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Teresa's here. Let's see. Says I can show that comment. Yay, I can. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. I would love to pull a card for you. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about what's going on, right? Today we're diving into this super potent energy that, I've been feeling it. Like I woke up, so it's interesting. Sometimes I feel the new moon more than the full moon as far as like releasing goes. And this is interesting because I didn't even realize I woke up on the 19th, which was yesterday, and I was so emotional, and not like a heavy releasing emotional, but in the way that I was just so touched, like my heart was tender and it was open, and I was seeing videos and things, and I was getting teary-eyed, and like I think I said on my stories that it was only 10 a.m. and I had already cried like 6 times. So I love that, right? And I didn't know what was going on. Obviously I knew the spring equinox was today, but other than that, I wasn't sure. And then I looked, and sure enough, there was a new moon, right? There was a new moon on Wednesday, the 18th. Now, I believe that we feel the energy of the moons about 3 days before and about 3 days after, right? So that's totally in that window. And this one felt a little heightened, I think, because of the connection with the equinox. What are you guys feeling? Let me know. Like, are you guys feeling it a lot? Have you felt it a lot? Just let me know how it's going for you. I would love to know, because it's always nice to know that I'm not alone, that we're not alone in what we're feeling and sensing and all of that. So I would really appreciate it. And it's really potent. So that's the thing. So this new moon is in Pisces. Pisces is always emotional, right? Pisces is a water sign. And so it's always going to bring a lot of deep emotion, a lot of intuition, right? This is a time when our intuition might be really heightened and really on point. Um, so we've got the combination of the new moon in Pisces and the spring equinox. And I believe that Mercury went direct, didn't it? Let me look at my notes. I think I have that somewhere. Yeah, Mercury went direct. Yay, right? We love it when Mercury goes direct. This is a beautiful in between space, this time that we're in right now, a threshold where endings and beginnings are meeting. And if you tune in, as I said, there is so much insight. There is so much insight right now to be gotten, and your intuition is going to be really heightened. And it might feel overwhelming. It might not feel normal or natural. And that's a sign to like really get grounded. Do what you can to get grounded. This is the time to like put your feet in the grass. Um, Take a salt bath, right? Even a shower, you can just put a little bit of salt in the bottom of your shower. If you have a tub shower, put the thing on so that it doesn't drain. And if you have a standalone shower, I just put like a washcloth on the bottom of mine, let the water come up a little bit, sprinkle some salt. Hopefully it's clean, complete salt so that you get the most benefit. But either way, do that. Dance, right? Meditation, breathing, yoga, block therapy, my favorite way to ground as far as a modality. Sprays. Like have a new spray, guys, a new flower essence spray that I'm actually debuting tonight at a vendor event I'm going to be at. And I shared it with some of my VIP product customers that placed orders within a certain time. They got to try it first, and it is phenomenal, if I do say so myself. It was the recipe was downloaded to me. The idea, the need, the need for it, and the idea, the recipe of it was downloaded to me one day when I was, I wasn't doing anything like that. And it just came to me that we need it and how it would help and what it is. And boy, is it powerful. And what I love about the flower essences, guys, if you've never tried a flower essence, one of my flower essence sprays, I highly recommend it because they are super gentle and they don't have a scent. So you can use them anywhere and you can use them on your animals, which I love, safely. I mean, I use my oil sprays with my animals too, but sometimes, it's a little much, right? Because they're very sensitive. And so I love the flower essences for them. And the beautiful piece of this is that they are gentle, and simple, but they're so effective and they work on such a deep level. And I find for myself that in these times when things are just super crazy and so much and all over the place, it's wonderful to have something really simple that works effectively. The more crazy things get on the outside world, the more simple I need it on my inside world, right? I don't know if that's the same with you guys, but that's how it is with me. So, and the insight that you're getting right now, this is the important thing with this moon. And this equinox, the insight, the intuition that's up right now, it's going to give you a lot of insight into where you're moving, right? Into your next chapter. This is a new year astrologically, right? Like we consider our new year January 1st, but really the new year is today, right? Astrologically. And I believe with nature as well, right? This is a new year for nature. Nature knows that this is the time of birth and rebirth and growth. Nature has been hibernating all winter, right? Just like us. So maybe you don't feel like maybe it doesn't feel natural to be in action in January 1st and set those goals and do those intentions, but it might now, right? This might feel more natural because you might be more in tune with the natural rhythm of the world rather than the man created rhythm, right? So wherever you're at, it's perfect. If you did stuff in January, that's great. And maybe you want to do it now too, right? There's no right or wrong, guys. It's just where we're at. So if you're here, I would love for you to say hi. Um, and if you want a card, Teresa wants a card. All right, who else wants a card? We're doing moon messages, spring equinox celebration, and cards today. So let's do it. All right. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. All right, so we're going to do a couple things, right? Today, we're going to talk about the moon. We're going to talk about the equinox. We're going to do a tiny little exercise. Then we're going to pull cards. Okay. So this new moon was not your typical new moon, because typically in a new moon, right, the full moon is about releasing. The new moon is about setting intentions and taking actions in that 2-week period. This moon is not that at all. This moon is really about completion, reflection, and emotional clearing, right? Not about forcing things and taking action, not about forcing things to happen and being in the go, 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 right? It landed at the very, very end of the astrological cycle, right? Of the zodiac cycle. And so it's the ending of Pisces and the beginning of and the beginning of Aries, right? So if you felt quiet, reflective, or even a little scattered, perfect, right? And that's where, like, my emotions, it wasn't like a heightened emotion like I was releasing a bunch of stuff. It was heightened emotion of my heart is open and I'm being touched, right? Like I'm being really, things are touching. And I love that because it wasn't a matter of being triggered. It was a matter of being touched. And that is a beautiful it signifies for me a lot of the work that I did in last year in 2025, the year of the snake, and what I wanted to shed. It signified that I had shed some things, and I had some beautiful answers to prayers that I had asked for that came up on Thursday. So it was just really, really beautiful. So this release, or this moon, wants you to release what no longer serves you, let go of old emotional patterns, give yourself space to fill and integrate, right? So this is all about letting go of that snake stuff. We're shedding that skin. And the snake does not carry what it sheds with it. It like leaves it right there. It moves on. It doesn't look back, right? Now, sometimes we do need to look back a little bit to get some more information, or to just look at it a little bit more, get some clarity. But we do not want to be carrying all of this with us, right? We don't need that baggage. We do not need that baggage. So set that down and move forward. This new moon is not a typical new moon in that it isn't about intention and manifesting. It's about clearing your inner landscape, right? So that when you move into the next phase, you're ready. Okay. So, and today is a spring equinox, right? The first day of spring. What a beautiful thing. And I don't know about what you guys are experiencing where you are, but here with me, it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous weather. It is so beautiful and so wonderful. And I'm just in love with it. All right. So, and what is it about the spring equinox, right? Today is all about equal balance. So, oh my God, my Libra loves today. My Libra is so excited about today. Like, oh my gosh, it's equal. I have balance. So the sun is directly over the equator. So we have equal amounts of day and equal amounts of night, which is so beautiful, especially since we've been in dark for quite a while, right? With winter. And so it's a really wonderful thing. And I want to just say one more thing with the moon. This is about emotional processing over action. So we don't want to think about this new moon like we typically do. This really isn't about action. This is about sitting, being still, continuing to be still. There is a tendency for us the minute spring comes to just run, just charge right into it. We want to pause and go with our intuition, allow our intuition to lead and to guide us to what we need to process emotionally, and not to take big action right now. Okay. Um, Energetically, the equinox is about balance, alignment, and renewal, right? Balance of the light and the dark, new birth, rebirth, growth, all of that, right? Um, this year in 2026, there's an added layer. Um, That's because the sun moves into Aries, right? The first sign of the zodiac, right? Aries brings action and courage and initiation. So while the Pisces new moon invites us to release, right? The equinox is saying, okay, step forward. And I want to caution everybody that that does not mean today like leap, like huge jumps. It's still, we want to be still, we want to be slow, we want to be discerning. That's the word of this time, discernment. Make sure that the actions that you are taking are what are in alignment with you, right? Make sure that the actions that you feel are going to bring the harmony and balance that we want for this equinox. Okay. Um, you're moving from integration into clarity and action. There's also Mercury that's direct, as I said earlier, which means that things may have felt confusing or stuck for a while and are now starting to open up and to move, right? And um, this is your cosmic light to take a small but bold step, small but bold action towards what you want in this season. What do you want in this season of spring? What do you want in this season of new year? Right? This is where we are. Hi, guys. If anybody's here, I'd love for you to say hi in the comments because I haven't seen any comments from Facebook yet. So if you're joining me on Facebook, hello. Say hi, and if you want a card, let me know. Say card, okay? All right. So what we want to do right now, we're going to take a little moment. We're going to have a little moment, and we're going to just get quiet. And I invite you to put hand on heart, one on heart, one on belly, however it feels good for you, and just softly close your eyes and just take a couple breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And let's let the breath exhale be longer. So breathe in. Let's do in for 4 and out for 6. So in for 4, out for 6. In for 4, out for 6. Nice and relaxed, nice and grounded. So as you are doing this breath in and out, see if you can connect to the equal amount of night and day. See if you can really visualize equal amounts of light and dark, this beautiful balance of both within you. Absolute harmony of the light and the shadow. Breathe into it and see how that is bringing you into a space of alignment with yourself, alignment with where you are and what you want and what you're doing. Nice breath. Nice breath in. And now get an idea with that equal balance of light and dark, of day and night. If you can get an idea of something that needs some releasing from the previous season, something that you want to let go of so that you can move into spring lighter, less burdened, more clear, more connected. And get an idea of one small act you can take to help you move, to help you loosen your grip on that, to help you move from it even more. Something small, not big. We're not looking for big here. We're looking for manageable and doable and success. So, one small step. Okay, and when you're ready, let's take 2 more nice deep breaths. In for 4 and out for 6. And when you're ready, gently, gently, gently open your eyes and come forth. All right. Okay, everybody, if you're back, maybe you want to take a few notes if you have a notebook with you, and that's great, or just write something down so that you remember. And then, hi, Catherine. I see your comments on my Facebook, and I'm sorry that I don't see them on my page here, but that is okay. Let's see. Just want to make sure I see this. All right. Catherine would love a card. Catherine says, feeling it, emotional and depressed. Yeah, it's heavy time. It's a heavy time. And then, like, it's a heavy time for a lot of us obviously in the world, there's heavy times. And then for a lot of us personally, it's heavy times right now. Right. And so, and it just continues to be heavy times. And so we want to make sure that we're really gentle with ourselves and allow ourselves to feel this stuff. We don't want to push it. We also don't want to give into it totally and just let it become who we are in the time, right? We want to manage it. And one of the things that a friend and I had a discussion about yesterday that I think is really important is that when we are in grief, when we have something come up, hi, Jen, welcome. Anybody who's watching, anybody who's listening, if you want a card, let me know. I'd love to pull a card for you. I know that Catherine would like a card and Teresa would like a card. So anybody else, and we're doing two cards for everybody today, right? So we're going to do 2 cards, one for support or validation of what wants to be released. And then the second card is what will help you with that small step you want to take, right? Which, guys, make no mistake, it's a small step, but that doesn't mean it's insignificant. It's a small step and it's going to lead to big things, right? That's how we do this. That's how we do this life. We take many small steps and then it's a big step, right? And so we can tend to think that small steps are not worthy or not good or not moving us where we want to be fast enough. But no, if we just relax, it's all there, right? Okay. Jen would love a card. Excellent. All right. So we've got Teresa. We've got Catherine. And we've got Jen. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. What was I was going to say, oh, I was talking about the grief. So this is the thing. When, like, we can have a situation that might elicit some grief. But we're not really feeling a lot of grief for that situation, but we're feeling a lot of grief in general, right? And the reason for this is because every time that we experience a new grief, it brings up all the old grief, right? And so it's an opportunity for us to process even more of the grief, the old grief that we did. And this is really important. It's like taking out the trash, right? So There's always some residual when we're in grief, when we have a situation of grief, when we move through it, there's always some residual, right? Because we can't, we just don't process it all at once because we're not at that place, right? Or maybe maybe we're not ready, maybe, um, who knows? But because life is a spiral, right? It's not like a straight shot. So we do what we can. And then later on, when we come back around to that point, we have an opportunity to go deeper and do some other things, right? So don't be surprised if something comes up and you feel like, oh, you're in some grief, or, we're all grieving, right? And I talked about this also with my friend, that I believe since 2020, the entire world is in grief because we had life prior to that and life after. And our lives drastically changed, drastically. And so there's grief with that, right? Whether we understand it or not, or whether we can connect the dots or not, it's there. So we all have grief anyway. And then we all have things in our personal lives that have created a tremendous amount of grief, possibly, or grief along the way. And so when we have grief now, and you can have grief but from watching the things that are happening in the world, you can have grief from things that are happening in your own personal life. And the situation, you might feel a lot of grief and wonder, like, why do I feel so much grief about this? Like, I don't feel that sad, right? Or like you're at a good place with the grief in that situation, but you're feeling a lot of grief. It's because this new grief situation has opened up these past grief situations, and it's an opportunity to move through it. So that was kind of a long explanation, but I hope that that makes sense and helps. So when you are feeling grief, don't discount it or push it away. And also don't, like, soften into it like it's a recliner, right? Grief can feel like a comfortable space. It's crazy, but grief can feel like normal. Grief can feel like a safe space, or what we know, or we feel like it's, especially if it's for a loved one who's very close to us, the grief can feel loyal, right? It can feel like how we show love. And yes, it can be, but our people really want us to live life, guys. They really want us to be here, be present, and live life. And they're with us all the time to help us do that, right? They want to encourage us to do that. That is probably the number one message I get as a medium over and over and over again is, I know you miss me. Live life. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the remembrance. Live life. That's what I really want you to do, right? They really want us to live life. And I believe this is not from medium Michelle, this is from human Michelle. I believe that when we do live our lives to the best of our ability, which I mean being in life, living, being out and about, and engaged in life, finding joy, finding laughter, being love as much as we can, because oh my God, everybody, we need to be loved now more than ever, right? Ever. We all need to be love and be the light that we are born to be in this world. And that's what our people want, right? So, as human Michelle, I believe that when we are out and about and living life and engaged and finding those little bits of happiness and joy that we can, because it's not easy, I know, but when we can do that, we are actually honoring our loved one in the best possible way. We are showing them how much we love them, how much we appreciate them, and that we're grateful that we're here getting to live this life, that they're not any longer, right? So it's really, really a beautiful thing. And that is the number one message that I get from when I'm doing my mediumship readings, is that. Guys, I just thought of something that I want to share, and I'm going to put the link in the comments section under the videos. But there is a beautiful event happening tomorrow at 11 a.m. Mountain. So that would be 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. And they're asking everybody at, I'm going to get my note here. They're asking everybody at your time, whatever time zone you're in. So for me, it's 11 a.m. Mountain, to pause for 5 minutes and think about, let's see here. And for 5 minutes, speak the words peace, love, unity, and respect. You can speak them out loud. You can write them. You can just say them in your brain. You can visualize those words, whatever you want. Peace, love, unity, respect. For 5 minutes tomorrow morning. They're doing this as a collective, and that is going to be so powerful. So I invite you to join if you would like. It's just 5 minutes. It's not a lot, which I think is perfect, right? They're not asking, it's not a big, huge commitment, and it's not a bunch of stuff that you need to do. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Anybody else on and would like some cards? I would love to pull one for you. Let me know. Gosh, guys, it's the spring equinox already. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Like, where has the time gone? The time is just speeding along. All right, so we're going to do one card is going to be from the Wisdom of Avalon deck, which I absolutely love. The other one is going to be from the I Am Queen deck, which is so gorgeous and so beautiful. And I love, love, love this deck. All right, so Teresa, the first card, I Am Queen, is going to be about with the moon, the releasing, right? The support for what the baggage that you might want to let go of, right? The baggage that you don't want to bring into this spring equinox. Okay. Ooh. Queen of New Hope. Oh my God. And it's number 22. Oh my goodness. Isn't she beautiful? She is so gorgeous. And guys, if you could just let me know that you're here, just so that I can make sure that you're still here, Catherine and Jen, if you guys can just give me a hello or a hand up or something so that I can know. Okay, so Teresa, Queen of New Hope. So to me, that says, where can you let go of some doubt? Where can you let go of some areas that you're questioning or not quite in faith, right? And where can you let go of that? That would be really, really helpful. All right. And then from the Wisdom of Avalon deck, the second card, support for moving into the small step, the small action that we connected to. All right, Catherine, great. Thank you. All right, Jen and Catherine, yours will be coming right up. All right, so Teresa, this one is the Owl Wisdom, okay? And what I'm going to say with this is about trusting yourself, right? Trusting yourself. So as I said, this card is about letting go of the doubt, That's all about trusting yourself, right? Because doubt is about us. The doubt is about us, essentially, right? When we come to it. Isn't it? Aren't they gorgeous? And I just want to show that one again. Oh my goodness, so beautiful. So, so beautiful. And this one is the owl. So gorgeous. All right. I hope those help, Teresa. And with that small, that small action, that small step, I want to say, who's an R? Is there an R connected to you? They want to help you, whoever the R is. Do you know who that is? I don't know what's going on. All right. So, Catherine. All right, let's pull a card for you. Catherine, I keep seeing an initial M, like Michelle, but it's not Michelle necessarily, but Michelle. M like that. And it feels like an older female. So that would be like mother, grandmother, aunt. And I'm also seeing a number 2. So that would typically mean that it's something like the second of a month or February is something significant, like a birthday, anniversary of a passing, anniversary of a wedding, something like that. Teresa says, trusted myself this week, and her boss and her had a heart to heart. Oh, no, not the boss. Sorry. Heart to heart. Ooh. And it went well. Yay. Okay. Well, keep trusting. Keep trusting. And so, what would the next action that's in alignment with you be for this? Right? What would that be? Oh, I know. That's what I need to do. Okay. You're not sure on the R. Okay. It feels like a male, feels like an older male. Okay. Catherine says her mother's birthday is in February. Oh, okay. And then is there an M connected with your mom, Catherine? Could be first, middle, or last nickname, even maiden name, or there could be an M that she's connected with, like something. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to give it one more shuffle, Catherine, and then we're going to pick the card for you for the moon to support for what it's time to let go of. Partnership. Okay. So to me, this says, don't forget what this is about for you is do not forget that you are in a partnership with spirit, period. You're never alone. I feel like there's been a lot of loneliness the past like 6 months, and you're never alone, right? We think we are because we get in our human and we forget that we are deeply connected to source all the time, every minute, all the time. So don't forget that. Your partnership, the partnership that you have with source, with spirit, God, whatever word, universe, whichever word works for you, is everything. And it's going to be what carries you literally through this year, right? That remembering that is going to help so much. It's going to literally lighten you. Okay. So that's really, really big. Oh, married name is M. Your mom's married name is M. Oh, because you're McCann. Okay. I didn't realize that. That's your, is that your maiden name? So that, is that your mom's married name? Okay. All right. I'm just cleaning and clearing the deck. Okay. Mother's name, McCann. Okay. Yeah, this is your mom. And she really wants to help you. She really wants to help you through this patch that you've been in, and help you move through it and move forward and get lighter. Like that's what I just keep feeling like. We need a lightening. We need a lightening up. Okay. And this is Queen of Intuitive Knowing. Oh, love it. Number 26. And that boils down to an 8, which is all about abundance, right? And infinity, like the full connection. That partnership with spirit is never broken. Never, ever, ever. No matter how much you think it might be, it is never broken. Guys, I'm also going to send you pictures, okay, of your cards. So let's see, Teresa, you had New Hope and then Owl. Catherine has partnership. And then number 26, intuitive, Queen of Intuitive Knowing. Oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? And look at that wolf right there. Is that a wolf? I don't know what that is. I can't tell, but ooh, it's gorgeous. What a beautiful card. I'm going to send you guys pictures. All right. 888. Yep. 888. Okay. Jen, we're going to pull some cards for you now. Anybody else joined us and would love a card? Please let me know. Teresa, you still don't know the R? First, middle, last, maiden name. It feels like a male, though. And it's not Raphael. I know that for sure. It is not Raphael. Like an uncle, it feels like an older male, like an uncle, a grandpa, something like that. Okay, Jen. Jen, I keep seeing the initial N, like November. So it might be November. I'm not sure. I'm also seeing a 3 and a 4. So that would indicate either March or the 3rd of a month, and April or the 4th of a month is something significant either to you or someone that you're connected with. Okay. So the first card that we've got is from the I Am Queen deck, and this is all about support for what we want to let go of, what we want to loosen our grip on and let go of moving forward. Queen of taking on the world. Oh my gosh, look at this, how beautiful. Okay. What this says to me, Jen, is not so much like this is not taking on the world in a huge sense. It's taking on the world in that small sense of this is the message for you that I was talking about earlier that I get all the time from loved ones who've passed away of live. Like it's hard. They know it's hard. They appreciate the love so much. They feel the love. They honor you and they want you to live. They want you to live and be happy. When we do that, they're happiest. Okay. Because they do worry about us, right? They're concerned. They see our pain. They see our struggle, right? Isn't that a beautiful card? Okay, so number 12, Queen of Taking on the World. And then that small step that I think is this actually, right? Some additional support for that. And Jen, do those initials or numbers mean anything to you? Oop, we got a jumper. When a card jumps out, that's the card. It's the cat. Okay. So this is all about boundaries. Cat is all about boundaries. And whenever I see that card, or for you, not whenever I see that card, but for you, what this feels like is it's like we want to give yourself, and we cannot control grief, but give yourself some containers for grief, right? So give yourself like 2 or 3 times throughout the day where you actually set the alarm and you say, I'm going to spend 5 minutes in remembrance, in grief, in whatever it is, right? And then when you're done, when the timer goes off, find something to love. Find something to laugh about, find something to make you smile. Immediately go to like cute cat videos or cute dog videos or something, cute animal videos that will just lighten your heart and bring something. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Teresa, I'll be right back. So Jen, that's what that feels like. Put a boundary about that. How does that feel? What do you think? Anybody else that's watching that would love a card, let me know. I would love to pull a card for you. So Jen, if you could just give me some clarification on those, the 3, the 4, which is March or April, or the 3rd of a month or the 4th of a month. What's significant about that? Are they birthdays? Are there anniversary of weddings, anniversary of passings? Just something significant in the family? I don't know. If you could just let me know, just because they're still here and they want to be acknowledged. They don't leave me alone, guys, till we know. So please help me. All right. So Teresa says, her mom's maiden name is Raman, so maybe her dad. Absolutely. I can't remember his first name. I didn't know him that well. That's okay. No uncles on either side. I definitely think it's your grandpa, and he's here because he came through immediately today before I even got on the call. So let me tell you guys, when your people are lined up waiting to connect with you, they don't leave me alone. They don't give me peace when they know it's coming, right? And so I think that's it, Teresa. So maybe just connect with him a little bit if you can and ask him what he wants. Maybe ask your mom about him, right? Maybe ask your mom and just let your mom tell some stories, and then just kind of be the observer and listen and see what comes up for you. Jen says this is so right on. I do love that idea. I'm so happy for you. Oh, so okay. Catherine's mother's birthday is 2/8. First card is a 2. Second is an 8. Oh my gosh, Catherine. Oh, it makes me emotional. That's so beautiful. And such a, your mom's working hard to connect with you and let you know she's with you, right? That's what they want. They want that. They want, 3 of Jen's kids are March babies. Not sure about the N. Your mom. Your mom is, that's okay. Your mom is N. Then that's just validation because I don't know any of this. So when people that have passed away come through with all this information for me, it's just validation that I'm connecting with spirit for you, right? Because I don't know any of that information about you or about them. So it's just validation that they're here and the message is from them. How beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. So your mom is Nancy. She's here, and that's so. Um, is there something with November or 11, Jen? Because I keep seeing that as well. Gosh, I don't know why I'm not getting my Facebook things on my chat. Anyway, I'm gonna have to work on this. I've got a new thing, guys, because I'm just tired of being gouged all over the place by God, spend this money here and that money here. And I'm just tired of it. And it's like, I really want simple. And so I'm going simple. And this is a great platform. I love it so far, but I want my Facebook things on there as well. So I'm going to figure that out next time. I absolutely can repeat the partnership card. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, nope, that's not it. Okay, it was right on top. So here's the partnership card, Catherine, and this is, do not forget that you are always in partnership with spirit, with God, source, universe, spirit. And you've got the help of your spiritual team, your mom, right? Your mom is coming through and she wants to help you. And so when you feel alone, we're never alone. We're never alone because we've always got this partnership with the spiritual realm that wants to help us, right? And wants to, and the word was lighten. Like everything feels heavy. Whatever's been going on for 6 months, it just feels really heavy. You're not alone. You're not doing this alone. Remember the partnership. Does that help? Does that help, Catherine? I hope. Okay. All right. Anybody else here that wants a card? I see more people, but I'm not sure what's going on. So if not, guys, all right. So remember, we're still in the energy of that new moon. It will be until about tomorrow, maybe even longer, because we have these 3 things happening. We've got the new moon in Pisces, we've got the Mercury going direct, and we've got the equinox today. Perfect balance of day and night, which is absolutely beautiful. So that can make the energy last a little bit longer. It can make it a little more potent, a little more, we can feel it a little more. Your intuition's going to be up. Pay attention, journal about it, right? Even just write it down. Like, for some reason, I'm getting this feeling, right? And I talked about this on on a video this week about our intuition and how it's so important to acknowledge it even when we don't understand it. And oftentimes we do not understand. So a week ago, it's been 2 weeks now, I guess. We came home a week ago Saturday. So 2 weeks ago, we went to Salt Lake. We drove from Colorado Springs to Salt Lake. So typically we go up I-25 and then head over I-80. And about a week before we were going, I kept feeling like we're not supposed to go on I-80. We're not supposed to go on I-80. And I kept being like, wonder what that's about. And I told my husband, he's like, what? Why? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just what I'm feeling. And so I didn't focus on it like, I wonder why, or why is that? Or I just said, okay, I acknowledge. I hear the message loud and clear for today, right? Because it can change. So and it kept coming up periodically through the week. On Saturday before we were leaving, I got the message again and I'm like, okay, whatever this message is, I need a reason. I need like, why? Like, what is something? Because for me to say, no, we got to go this other way, I feel like I wanted something. And within like 2 minutes, there was a warning on my weather app about high winds in Wyoming for the next 3 days, or starting the day we were leaving and the next day. And so we went the other way. Wyoming ended up having horrible, horrible wind the entire week. So on our way home, we went the other way again. And the next day, I saw pictures of semis and cars littering the highway both ways that had blown over, wrecked. It was just awful. And so at the time, I didn't know why, but I paid attention to it. Pay attention to the intuitive hits you're getting, especially right now. This is a really heightened intuitive time because of the new moon in Pisces. Okay. So write it down. Just, or even just say, okay, I acknowledge, I acknowledge this. I'm paying attention, right? However you need. Um, oh, the numbers of your cards. Absolutely. Your numbers. Oh, interesting. The number of your Queen of Taking on the World is 12. So that's a 3, right? And then interestingly, the cat is 18, which is 9. So completion, right? And that's what we talked about with this new moon. It's about completion, right? And releasing and things like that. So, yeah, me too, Catherine. Because like I don't love driving on I-80 honestly, because there are so many semis, and semi drivers are just kind of, they're just not always. Now that's generalizing. We often come in contact with semi drivers that are kind of crazy, and it's a little scary. So when it's high wind, no thank you. No thank you. All right. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate this. Hey, also don't forget, I am an intuitive medium. If you want connection, if you want more information from your loved ones who've come through today, reach out. Let's get you set up for a session, a one-on-one session where we can dive deep into what the messages, what they want to bring, what messages they want to bring for you, what insights, what guidance, what help, all of it. I would love to connect deeper. And I appreciate you for being here live so that we could pull cards, or on the replay. Hey, everyone, have an absolutely beautiful new moon in Pisces and a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spring equinox.